This is it. I think this is the link that will work. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new moon in Capricorn. We had some audio challenges. I'm having Lee and our internal team check audio right now. So Lee's got audio, which I think means you have audio, which welcome. Thank you so much for your patience. To our internal team, thank you. I know, yay, success. We are here. Welcome to the new moon in Capricorn. You know what? Capricorn makes you work for it. And definitely, we are working for it tonight. And I'm so happy that you're here. So let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. Ready? Inhale, exhale. I'm gonna burn some stuff just because it's been a day, a week, a month, a year. I may have to. Oh, I have one lighter. Let's try our lighter and see if our lighter works. It does. I love it when audio and fire works. This is the best. The best. So I'm going to clear some energy from my computer and from you if you need it. I know. It has been, without question, for me, this 2024 has been the most challenging year of my life. And I know for a lot of you, it has been too. I think you have, as I have, done your best to navigate it with grace, courage, and compassion. And I'm sure, like me, you've had people around you who have done their best to support you. So tonight is a time to give thanks, to take a breath, to pause, to clear the energy of this year, because we're right on the heels of a new year. And this is a chance for us to bring in something new that hasn't existed before, and something new that can bless you and bless me and bless us with more of what we need and want to create. Hold on, I'm sitting on my shawl. So because we were so rushing today in all that we did behind the scenes, I didn't have a chance to put on, I was going to put on my gold rosary, but I'm actually thinking I really want, there's a black one. A lot of you know about these. These were custom made for the lair, and they are absolutely beautiful. And they have all kinds of blessing charms on them. And of course, your crucifix. So I'm going to put on my rosary and tell you that these are over on athenaslair.com if you'd like one, or over on our Etsy shop. But Hail Mary, full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Yeah, I know. Capricorn is not usually a crying moon. I do want to tell you how to prepare for tonight. And I told my students how to prepare because we have a long class after this. We have what's called the after party. If you don't want the party to stop at 6 p.m., you can come join us from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. over in a new group called Wax and Wane. I know the moderators are putting all of this information into your feed for you right now. So Circe is our chief priestess of the Wax and Wane group. But if you'd like to join us, you can go to magicalentrepreneur.com and choose Wax and Wane. It will get you access to tonight's after party and all of the previous classes for this month, or you can sign up for January, which starts January 2nd with our astrological update. So we would love to have you there. I do want to tell you what we're doing tonight. We're going to do a short version tonight in here and a long version tonight in the after party. These are the major arcana of the tarot. And it is a New Year's tradition in my family to pull a card, an archetypal card, to tell you what's ahead for you in 2025, right at the new year. So if you have your Rider-Waite deck, I'm going to ask you to take out just the majors, right? There's the majors and the minors. Arcana, which means mystery. So there's the major mysteries and the minor mysteries. I'm going to be pulling cards tonight. So if you don't have any cards, you're in luck because I'm going to do it for you. But if you have your own deck, pull out your majors and get ready. That way you can do the exercise with me. And if you are in Wax and Wane in the after party, we're going to do a full major arcana spread for as many people as we can tonight to get you ready for the magic of the year ahead. So yeah, don't worry. Kayla's like, I don't have a deck. Great. I mean, not great. You should have you need to have a tarot deck. I wish that Santa had brought that for you, but maybe your personal Santa can bring that for you. You do need one for your clarity. And I will explain to you tonight the differences between the majors and the minors so that you understand. So yeah, would love for you to have some cards too. I do want to tell you, I finally have a candle to burn with you tonight. That is a candle I made with our team. It was so fun. The day after Christmas, we all got together in my kitchen and we made Marianthi candles, which means the flower of Mary, the flower of the mother, with really pure rose oils and also with ground roses from my garden earlier this spring. So I finally have a candle to light with you tonight. And Capricorn new moons are not normally about love, but the reason that this new moon is this new moon is about your foundation for 2025. And I normally don't choose a word of the year, but I was talking with a friend of mine today, and we chose a word of the year together. And I took that person's recommendation and kind of borrowed it as my word of the year. So my word of 2025 is spirit. I want things to be led by a higher power. Your husband's cousin's name is Marianthi. It's so the name Mary in Greek, if you meet someone named Mary, a lot of times their name is Marianthi, which means the flower of Mary. Carnations sometimes, are associated with Mary. So are lilies because they represent different things. If you were in my private class last night, I did a little class on the Annunciation where I talked about some of the flowers associated with Mary. So lilies sometimes are, carnations sometimes are, roses always are associated with Mary for passion and compassion, because that's the medicine of Christ, which is of course her son. So so I'm really glad you're here. And so the candles and the rosaries and also some salt. I made Marianthi salt for you today. This is all over in our shop. So I'm going to take a little bit of the salt. It's a new moon. Okay. So this is the little salt packet. These salts, by the way, are made with Marianthi, the Lair Rose blend number 8. Same blend that's in the candles. So you've got the same energy all around. So if you have some ceremonial salt, whether it's a previous one or just your own ceremonial salt, what I want you to do first at the new moon is take a couple of crystals. You don't need a lot. And whatever scent you're working with, whether it's, I made some protection salts for you, I made sex salts for you, whatever you're working with tonight, I want you to take a nice deep inhale of that beautiful scent. And I want you to put one crystal starting in the west, or I'm sorry, in the east, to open our circle. So I'm going to start in the east and say, I'm going to clear all energy of the past from the future. So I'm releasing in the east all the new beginnings of 2024, all the doors that open this year. I'm closing them now with gratitude. And then I'm going to put one crystal in the south to release everything from my creative cycle this year, letting go of, anything that I didn't create that I felt the pressure to or the need to, and also kind of leaving behind anything that didn't need to come into my circle, into my pathway in 2024 because it wasn't time. And so just letting all of that go behind me, putting one crystal over here to the west, which is releasing all of the energy behind me of healing this year, all the tears. The west is water, right? So releasing all my tears this year, all my sadness, all my grief, letting what needs to be grieved and left behind in 2024 stay in 2024. And then to the north, I'm grounding, I'm releasing back to the earth anything that from the earth that needs to be let go from this year. That could be people, that could be fruit, right? Think about fruit in the metaphorical sense. So anything that you really thought you were going to grow in 2024 that just wasn't meant to be part of your experience, let's also sit that down and clear that energy out. And take a breath there. Thank you. I'm so glad you love it. Yeah, our moderators will let you know where to get all of the goodies. And thank you so much, you guys, for putting those links in the feed. I really appreciate it. I don't like to tell you to go get those things now, but we know you can multitask. So Lauren and Circe have got your back when it comes to all the things. Okay, you ready? So what I want to tell you tonight, there's a lot to tell you tonight before I open our circle. And I want to go to my notes to share with you the details about what it means to have a new moon in Capricorn. I know Lauren said, like, we can have 20 tabs open. It's true. We can multitask. We can do all the things. You guys are able to do that. This is the first new moon in Capricorn since Pluto left Capricorn early this year. I want to explain what that means. How many of you have sun, moon, or rising in Capricorn? And I guess I'll add North Node just because my North Node is in Capricorn. So what I'm meant to do in this life is Capricorn. What I'm meant to create is Capricorn. So Danielle, okay. I see you. Is it Keenag Houston, Colin, Cap Rising, Karen? Whoa, look, Bridget, Torian, Nathan, Jody. Well, whoop-de-doop, everybody. Welcome into all the Capricorns. Jen has a North Node in Capricorn, just like I do. Only your midheaven. Yeah, but only your midheaven. That's still your midheaven in Cap. Noelle has North Node in Capricorn. Okay, Katie and Diana and Bridget. Whoa. So I'm super happy for all of you because this is your dream come true boom. I really want those of you with sun, moon, rising, North Node in Capricorn. It's not that it doesn't matter for everybody else, but it just means for you, it's a big double click tonight on everything I'm about to tell you, okay? So when people say, well, what does it mean if my moon is in the sign that the moon is in? It means that that's a double click for you, right? What does it mean if my sun is in Capricorn? Well, at the new moon, and you know this, right? At the new moon, the moon and the sun are in the same sign. What sign is the sun in right now? I mean, I smile, but a lot of you just celebrated birthdays this past week and weekend, and you're coming up on your birthdays. It's Capricorn, right? Jessica's birthday is coming up on Saturday. Happy birthday to you. So what all that means is you're going to feel the energy of this new moon. We are going to feel the energy of this new moon just a little bit more intensely than the other signs. Okay. It doesn't mean you don't pay attention, but it means it's a big one for you. If there's no Capricorn in your chart, you probably have had an easier life than the rest of us. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of the father. It's the planet of actions and consequences. It's the planet of hard knocks. And like I said, it's my dharmic sign. So it means I'm here to be challenged. I'm here to work hard. I'm here to achieve things, whether I like it or not. So there's no rest for the weary. So I really want to dive into what it means to have a new moon in Capricorn, but I really want those of you with sun, moon, rising, North Node, Capricorn to really I want your ears to perk up a little extra for me because it's a big deal. Did Melissa say it's your birthday today? Thank you for celebrating your birthday with us, by the way. It is also Lori Kazan's birthday today. I know, my teacher, Lori, it's her birthday today. I didn't get to go to her birthday party because we were all working today. So I missed it, but I told her I was there with her in spirit. She had a beautiful birthday brunch out in West LA with one of our friends from way back in the day. And I wasn't able to make it to join them, but I was absolutely there in spirit. So cheers, cheers, cheers. Of course you're 50 years young. Girl, I'm 51. Aren't we isn't 50 the new 40 and 40 is the new 30? And did I not get the memo? You're bringing 50 back and I like it. Kitty says 55 here. So yeah, I'm so glad you got to meet Lori. Truly, she's an incredible soul. So I love you, Lori. I don't know if you're watching, but I wished her a happy birthday earlier today. And cheers to all of you. 73 is the new 46. I'll take it. I'm excited about that. I'd like to think that 51 is the new 21, but somebody needs to tell my skin. Yeah, your babies, you're 62. Come on, Janet. 58 and feeling great. Do you guys remember the SNL skit? I like to kick, I like to stretch, and I like to kick. I'm 50. Do you remember that with what's her name?
Yes, very much.
Aw.
What is her name? Hilarious.
I know. That's the best skit ever.
Molly Shannon.
Yeah, Molly Shannon. It's all fun and games until your sciatic gives out. And then you're like, I mean, I don't need to kick or stretch or kick. Anyway, cheers. If you're in your 30s, you have no idea what we're talking about, and just enjoy all of this time. Yeah, Mary Margaret Catherine. Lord have mercy. I know. Okay, I'm going to go back to my notes. If you're a Capricorn tonight, it's going to hit different, and it's going to hit different if even if you're not, because of the fact that Pluto transited. Pluto sits in its sign for a really long time. It's true, like 20 years. I said it was my mom's 100th birthday when Pluto is going to transit from Pisces to Aries. And so that would be 2043. That's the next time we're going to talk about Pluto making a transit. No, but for reals, right? So Pluto sits where it sits for a really long time, and it's been sitting in Capricorn for a really long time. Pluto is the planet that helps us understand our own underworld, right? Our own demons, our own battles, our own secrets, our own, like, the subterranean, right? And when it sits in Capricorn, if you have Capricorn in a dominant position, what that means for you is your feet have been held to the fire. Really, truly, your feet have been held to the fire. And so you're not on the petri dish anymore. You are not under the microscope anymore, Capricorn. Now Pluto's in Pisces, right? So almost every Capricorn I know, including myself with a North Node, has pretty much had a little bit of a lashing from the universe to say, you're not in the right place. As much as you think you are, you trust that you are not in the right place, and you have to go over here to some other place. And so the whole work of this year and the whole work of the year ahead, because that transit takes a minute, right? The outer planets, they don't move really fast. So we talk about the shadow, right, of like Pluto being in one sign and transiting to the next sign. And what does it mean for us to be patient and wait for that to unfold? So Pluto is now in Aquarius, as Kathy is telling us. But it has been in Capricorn. And so it just made that transition. This is the first new moon in Capricorn since the transition from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius. So this should feel like an exhale for you, Capricorns. It should feel literally like I can do this different. I don't have to struggle like this. I don't have to work this hard. I don't have to learn these lessons over and over and over again. I can be done with this now. And when you become done with something, that means energetically it's like ripe fruit on a tree. If you ever picked a lot of you have, a lot of you haven't. If you ever picked a really ripe piece of fruit from a tree, and if you ever picked an unripe piece of fruit from a tree and had to like yank it and tug it, and you know what I mean? Like it's hard, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I talked about Pisces earlier, but I meant Aquarius. So Pluto is in Aquarius now, but transiting from Capricorn. Yes, it is in Aquarius. I think I said Pisces earlier, but it's in Aquarius. So what it means for us now with Capricorn is we don't have to pluck the unripe fruit. We can literally pull a piece of fruit from the tree and it's just ready for us to take. And so I want you to understand what ease means. I want you to feel into ease for yourself. And I want you to dream a new dream tonight about what ease looks like at the very foundation and the core of who you are. So not what you hope to have one day down the road or what you wish could happen one day down the road, but literally what's right in front of you. And that means your family, your profession. Again, think of what the foundation means. In the tarot, it's the 4, right? The 4 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles. It's literally the ground under your feet. I know Kitty says it's scary to ask for ease. But because Pluto isn't stationed in that sign anymore, it is an opportunity now for us to grow without the struggle. Does that make sense? Okay, so building security for yourself, a new foundation. This is the 3rd new moon in the 9th degree of its sign. Any of you have planets at the 9th degree? Almost all the planets in my natal chart are in the 9th degree. And so it's pushing the limits and the boundaries. It's taking everything to the edge. And after this, we will not have new moons at 9th degree. So we're not taking things to the edge anymore. We're not standing on the edge of the cliff looking down going, oh my God, am I going to make it? The universe is pulling back a lot of that anxious energy, that deprivation energy, that fearful energy, and is replacing it now. And hear me tonight when I tell you this. Replacing it now with something more solid, something more predictable, something more stable, something that can give back to you, something that can return your energy, your frequency, so that can fulfill your needs and desires. And I know it's scary to feel into all of that when you've been on the edge, like a lot of us have. And especially if you have Capricorn placements, it has just been a roller coaster for all of us. So I want you to get excited about tonight. Here are my questions for you tonight. Some of you have asked about worksheets and different things like that. I'll tell you something. I used to make worksheets for the moon phases. And the reason I don't anymore is I'd rather just have you sit with a good big question than give you a worksheet and have you fill something out. I think that's kind of busy work. I would rather just sit you with the big questions, have you open a journal. I would love for you to have a piece of notebook paper for tonight anyway, because we're going to pull some cards. My two big questions for you tonight. What are you really ready to commit to in 2025? And I don't mean what you think you should or what people are asking you to commit to or what you committed to last year. I'm asking you, what can you actually say yes to for 2025? What's the first word that pops into your head when I ask you that question? What are you really able to say yes to? Meaning you can do it, you want to do it, you're able to do it, you know how to do it, right? Like the automatic yes, what can you actually say yes to? Mine is support. I'm really ready to say yes to support. And I'm not a person who easily says yes to support because I always think I can do it myself. But I'm finally at the point in my life where I realize I can't. And I have to be able to give things to people and just leave them there and continue on my trajectory. That's my word for what I'm really ready to commit to, which means I'm willing to give things to people and not micromanage it. I'm willing to say, you do that, this is you, and you do that. Instead of me going, I gave this to you, what's the status of it? I'm ready to like completely let go of things in order for me to, because there's things I want to bring in 2025, but I'm not an octopus, right? Like I don't have 8 tentacles to do it. So friendship, love, mystery, healing, right? Change for Karen. But here's the thing. What I'm telling you right now, really commit. Because sometimes we say, yes, I'm ready for change. And then change comes and we're like, I can't, I don't want that, right? I'm always careful with the word change because it's just change can mean a whole lot of things to a whole lot of people. So financial abundance, self-love, right? Yeah, Kitty says, when I think of this, I want to cry because I don't know help. She doesn't know what it's like to have help, right? And it's a huge leap of faith, right? When we agree to receive help or ease or support or independence, like that is, sometimes that's placing a lot of things in hands that aren't yours, and you have to trust that process and really allow that to happen. So Circe says clean, honest relationships. Lana's for transformation. Judy says eating healthy. I can't say I'm doing that with you right now, but I really would like to. We tried to have a healthy lunch today here as a team, and I just I'm one of those weird people. I lost weight over Thanksgiving and Christmas, like the Christmas holidays. So now I'm like, eat it back up, girl, as you sip your Diet Coke. I know, me too. Pure love, right? Fitness and a rockin' business. I like that. What's a rockin' business? I want that. Integration of lessons. Watch it with Capricorn. Capricorn was like, I'll teach you how to integrate your lessons, right? Connecting, abundance in all areas. I love that so much. And peace for Jennifer. I know. Learning for Christina. So that's the first question I have for you. And then here's my other question, because Capricorns are really practical. Love y'all. You're so practical. It's like Virgo, but like Virgos are Capricorns, but Virgos are looking more at the collective, right? Because Virgo is still a sign of service, healing, wellness, sacrifice. Capricorns are more like they turn that camera inward to figure out what they need to do, because Capricorns tend to create change on their own. They're the mountain goat, right? So they're going to climb that mountain whether you go with them or not, but it can be a really lonely path. And so I think it's really nice tonight to set an intention around community. Again, who's going to be around you to partner, to support you, clarity, focus, love always things, happiness. Yeah, what about happiness, Elizabeth Moore? I like that. Rising again for Ronnie, right? Development is a key word for Jennifer in 2025. Financial freedom. Yeah. So if you're a Virgo sun and you have any Capricorn placements, then tonight's going to be really interesting, because this is going to be focused really on your sector of work and productivity. If you're primarily a Capricorn, it's Capricorns serve us through the work they do, but their work becomes a mission, right? So that's why Capricorns, like they can't stop, they don't stop, they won't stop, because they've got their sights set on a vision and they don't give up until they get there. It's hugely inspirational for the rest of us who watch Capricorns. But it's also a lonely path sometimes, right? So I think all these things are really important. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to open our circle. Yeah, and you don't have to do it alone. And all y'all with all your earth placements, you know what I mean? I see you. I know it's tricky, and I know it can be lonely, but you've got this. And you have lots of people around you who want to support you. And sometimes the lesson for Capricorn is just about saying yes. Those Capricorns do have a little bit of a guilty complex around accepting and receiving help, right? So the two questions again are, what are you committing to in 2025? Oh, I'm sorry. And then what is sustainable and achievable given how practical Capricorn can be? What is sustainable for you? So I can say, well, I'm really committed to working 28 hours a day in 2025. But then I'm going to fail the second question, which is that practical, sustainable, and achievable? No, there's not even 28 hours in a day. So I have to ask myself, what do I want in 2025? What am I committed to? And then what can I actually achieve and sustain? And one of the things I'm trying to do in my own life is create sustainability, right? What do I have the time, energy, love, resources to commit to creating? Because you can build anything, but if you only do it for a minute, if you only do it for a week, if you only do it for a year, I don't think that's really our dharma. I think we're here to create something longer term and more powerful. So yeah, so we don't have journal prompts posted for you, Christian. If you're in Wax and Wane though, you will get my notes. So that oftentimes is what people work with for their journal prompts. I know. So Christy says, I can sustain building my connections and creating my dream life. I love that. And Christina says, I quit my job and will be living in Vegas next winter to make the best life for my son. I love that. Because a lot of times, remember, when we create sustainability, we don't just do it for ourselves, but we do it for the collective. And, there's that tiny matter of us needing to create a sustainable planet to leave to our children. So I want you to dream a big dream tonight. Capricorn does miraculous things. And like I said, they don't stop. They just keep going and going and going, right? They don't just eat well today. They eat well every day for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months, right? Let's drum, shall we? This is my new moon drum. So close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, call your energy into present time. God, Goddess, and Source, and all that is. Tonight we dream a new dream. Dream a dream for the year ahead. We dream it for ourselves. We dream it for the ones we love. To the guides and the guardians of the East, thank you for opening a new door, a new pathway, a new vision. Thank you for possibilities, helping us dream into something new for ourselves. This new moon is like the gift that nobody could put under your tree because you can't wrap it, can't put a bow on it. I'm so happy you're here. The guides and guardians of the East are here. And to the guides and the guardians of the South, thank you for putting my passion in my hands. Thank you for teaching us to follow our courage, our strength. Be with us tonight as we open these new doors to the new year. Help us create a sustainable pathway to growth, prosperity, and joy. Guides and guardians of the South are here. I love it. Jen's starting a new job next week. I mean, the timing is divine. Guides and guardians of the West, the gateway to healing, emotional renewal, abundance. Help us open a new doorway in 2025 to flow, to ease, to grace, to the love of the mother, to divine compassion, to the medicine of the rose. And the guides and the guardians of the West are here. We always slow it down just a little bit for the guides and the guardians of the North, element of Earth. Thank you for strength, grounding, protection, peace, patience, the ability to be in this moment without rushing through it, to feel the feelings, to put your foot down, right, your hips down on the earth, feel your connection, to be in your body, to feel the lightness, the heaviness, to feel the ease and the pain. Giving thanks for the embodiment that leads us to creation. The guardians of the North are here. To the guides and guardians of the world above, the world within, and the world below us, the bones, the stones. To each other, angels, archangels. Thank you for your guidance, your direction, your inspiration. The guardians of the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world are here. And together we say, Amen. Aho. And so it is. Amen. Aho. So it is. Cheers for that. Cheers to that. That's good stuff, you guys. Okay. what I'm doing tonight for you, because normally, we do all kinds of like guided meditations and visualizations and all of those things, but I really want tonight to be about you. And we started a few minutes late, so I'm going to go over until 6:10 tonight. It's 5:52. And then we have our live. I'm going to continue all of this in our after party over in Wax and Wayne. And again, Circe will tell you how to join us if you'd like to. But while you're here, I want to, cheers to full body chills, by the way. I want to pull cards for you. In the tarot, there are 22, what we call major arcana. The rest of the cards are called the minor arcana. Arcana means mystery. Major mysteries, lesser mysteries, okay, minor mysteries. These are all what we call suit and court cards, okay? Pages, knights, queens, kings, aces, although I'm pulling some aces tonight too, in the four suits, which represent earth, air, fire, and water. The wands represent earth, the swords represent air, the cups represent water, and what did I miss? I'm sorry, the pentacles represent earth, the wands represent fire, the swords represent air, and the cups represent, or the chalices represent water. So we're not going to be looking at the minors tonight, because the minors, what they do, when you pull a major arcana card, which are the archetypes, the minors give you detail. They fill in the blanks of the story. But tonight we just want the high level. We just want the major archetypal energy, and there are 22 of those cards. So I have a French deck and I have an English deck. So I'm going to be pulling from both of the decks. This is the Marseille deck, where all of the majors are listed en français, and this is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is the English deck. I turn to the French because I've studied French for a long time, and it gives me a little bit more insight. The names of the major arcana in French are different than they are in English. And so it's kind of interesting sometimes to look at what the English name is of the major arcana and the French name. Corinne would like the French. S'il vous plaît. C'est un plaisir for you tonight. But I will also be pulling in English for all of you who would prefer an English card. Stella would like the French too. So I'll show you both, okay? So who would like, I'm going to dive right in. So let's just set the intention. And by the way, hold your intention close to your heart right now. What is your purest divine intention right now? My purest divine intention for 2025 is that Spirit guides me and leads me toward love, abundance, and health for myself and my family. Right? Hold your dearest intention close to your heart while I pull a card for you. Because what the archetype is going to tell you is how to get there. The what is your desire. The cards are the how. How do I get there? Well, who are my guardians, right? What energy do I have around me? So Heather G, is it Gemma's? I would love a card. So what is your archetype for 2025, Heather? The Temperance card. Also known as the card of Aquarius. The Temperance card, because it's the water bearer. Do you see the two chalices with the water? She's pouring back and forth, back and forth. Temperance is about bringing balance to chaos. It's about understanding that the ability to create flow and magic is in your own hands. I love that for you. And again, if I can bounce back and forth to the French, I will. For Lynn Sagan. Hi, Lynn. Happy New Year, by the way. Archetypal card for you tonight. Let's see which one is coming forth for Lynn. I did put the aces in here, and you got the Ace of Cups. There's love coming for you, darling. You ready for that? Noelle Klein, hi. You have your North Node in Capricorn, right? Let's see what this one is all about for you, Noelle. I'm excited to see. Hanged Man. Progress may not look the way you expect it to. but that doesn't mean things aren't moving, right? Remember that the Hanged Man, I did teach tarot for a year. My classes are still somewhere. God knows where at this point. But the way I teach the Hanged Man in the Norse tradition is Odin. Odin was hanging from Yggdrasil, which is the tree of life, and downloaded the runes. It's a true story, hanging from that tree. So while it looked like Odin was doing nothing, just NBD, I downloaded from spirit the runes. Right? So it's like that energy of you may not think that you're making progress, or you may not be able to see the progress that you're making, but you are making progress. Okay. Dara, s'il vous plaît. Dara, I'm going to pull for you from the French majors. Les étoiles, the star. I love that en français, it's plural. It's not the star, l'étoile. It's les étoiles. It's all the stars, right? The star card is the wish card. Dara, make a wish. This is about wishes come true. I want you to notice the similarity between the temperance card I pulled earlier and the star card, which also has the 2 chalices of water, and you're pouring them both into that river of possibility. I love that card for you. Okay, just tell me English or French. Ruth said moi aussi, s'il vous plaît. Okay, Ruth, going into the French deck. It's kind of fun to have these alternatives. L'empereur, the emperor, right? This is the positive masculine. This could be a new love coming into your life. It could also be about you sitting in your divine masculine, which is so Capricorn, right? It's you sitting in your power, you sitting in your strength. Also learning to make your own rules, right? And I love how the Emperor card holds these really powerful tools as if they weigh nothing, right? It's sort of like holding the scepter of truth and power, and knowing that you hold the magic for the future in your own hands. Okay. Janet Reardon would like English. Ace of Pentacles. Money, 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 money. Coming out of the clouds, y'all. I love doing tarot readings. It is one of my divine passions. It literally is money coming out of nowhere. This can be inheritance. This could be, Lori's mantra for this card is abundance flows to me from sources seen and unseen. So just trusting that whatever comes to you is designed for you. It's a gift for you from the divine. Danielle would like the French. Mais oui. Danielle. Les étoiles. Make a wish. Again, everything flows through your hands, and it's all going into a river that pours back to you. So there's nothing to earn, right? This is all just your divine. I always think of that too, especially with the French card. It feels like all of your good coming back to you. Everything that you do all day long to try to help other people, serve other people, it's like everything coming back to you in your own time. Lisa S. would like an English card. Hi, Lisa. That's my life path card, the Magician. You have all of the tools at your fingertips, so what will you do? Infinity sign above his head. All of the 4 tools, the wands, the swords, the chalices, and the pentacles on the table before him. As above, so below. Nothing is impossible. The Magician card, the challenge for the Magician is to harness the energy of the 4 tools, which also means bringing people into the Magician's life who have those energies. Someone to represent air, someone to represent water, someone to represent earth, someone to represent fire. Okay, Natalia, what's the French? Natalia. Ooh, this one jumped out. La Lion de Fortune. It is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, love this representation. Let me see if I can find it. Spirit wants me to show you the card in the English deck too. Wheel of Fortune always reminds me of being in Vegas. I'm not a huge slot machine person, but they have those Wheel of Fortune slot machines. They make you feel like you won something, even if you didn't win anything. But here are the two cards side by side. Right? So you have the Sphinx above, right? That winged sort of creature, that anything is possible with the Wheel of Fortune. It literally is, it is the sweetness of life. It is the challenge of life, and recognizing that both bring their blessings. Miranda said, card for my wife and I, please, in English. Let's do it. Hi. Happy New Year, by the way. Thank you again for being here. I hope this is fun for you. Even if I'm pulling for someone else, you might feel that that card is for you, and hopefully you're learning a little bit about the cards as well. It's kind of fun to see them side by side. So for you and your wife, l'ermite. In English, it's the Hermit. Here's the thing. The Hermit card is really important for me in my life. And it doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means when I read it. Because the Hermit is the way seer, the pathfinder. The Hermit is the one who says, I'll go first. I'll take my lantern out in the snow and I'll find a path, even when nobody else wants to do it. So when you feel alone and you feel like there's nobody supporting you, or you're on your own and you can't find the way through it, the Hermit reminds you you're not on your own, but sometimes you're the one who's going to have to light the way. Yeah, Colin loves the Hermit card too. I really am a lover of the Hermit card. When it comes up, I'm always like, oh yeah, I can do this. JC wants Francais. Let's see what's coming up for JC. The Chariot. The Chariot card. Very much similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith art. This is movement. This is progress. Whatever's stuck is unstuck for you now. That becomes the mantra of this card. Also understanding that you have forces beneath you, right? Those are the two forces carrying the cart forward. So it's about trusting that the forces that aren't in your own hands can still propel you forward in a good way. So I love that card for you. It's like, because it, doesn't that resonate for you? That this year's felt a little like your truck is stuck? Okay. I love how many requests for French, by the way, tonight. I'm very grateful for that. I didn't know if it would resonate with people. So I'm going to pull one for Joanne in English, then I'll go back and pull another French card, and then I'm going to do a collective pull from both decks, okay? So fun. Magician. Again, you have all the tools. So what will you do with them? The saddest case of the magician is that the magician doesn't live up to the magician's potential. You got to pick up the sword. You got to pick up the chalice. You got to pick up the wand. You got to pick up the disc, right? My mom used to say, God helps those who help themselves. But you got to take a step, right? Amy Bielowski en français. Let's see what we've got for you, and then we'll do collective cards. Chariot. Movement, transformation, progress. Number 7 is also very sacred. If it's your life path number, that reinforces the meaning of the card for you, right? 7 is a very good luck number. It's a very important number in Chinese medicine. In Christianity, it is considered to be the number of the sacred, of the divine. So it can also be the beginning and endings of cycles. I want to remind you, 2025 is a very different year than 2024. 2024 is an 8-year, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. Manifestation, abundance. Number 9, 2025, is that all coming to harvest. It's the completion of that cycle. So there's a little fly on my, I don't want to bother him, but you're kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. This little fly just like doop. Okay. So I'm going to pull a collective card for us now. 9 is your life path. This is your year. You ready for the English life path card for all of us? So this is the Marseille deck, by the way. I was gifted this deck. I'm trying to find if there's a little, it's the Oswald Worth Tarot, but they also call it the Marseille deck. Mine is from 1976. I was 3. Okay, you ready? So hold the space while I pull a collective card in English for all of us. Thank you for being here again tonight. What do we all need to know tonight? What's the archetype for our collective tonight? And if you're watching the replay, this is for you too. What do we all need to know right now? Yeah, it's okay to buy your own deck. It's okay to pull your own cards tonight. I would love to see you pull your own cards. Share what you got on our event page. Look at the card I pulled. Money, sources seen and unseen. Ace of Pentacles, the hand out of the clouds with the disc. The aces are always big energy, right? Ace of Pentacles is always about money. So anyway, you're welcome. That's the card we want. I know. That feels like Wheel of Fortune, doesn't it? In Vegas, the machine goes, Wheel of Fortune. And then I'm sitting there and I get like a quarter. But I'm always like, woohoo, look, I won. I don't know. Like, I know. God, I miss Vegas. I haven't been there in such a long time. Okay. En français. Let's pull a card for the collective. Let's see what we need to know. What does the collective need to know tonight as our archetype for the year ahead? This came up all night tonight. And I'm telling you, like, I haven't pulled the Chariot card in quite a while, so I'm really ready for it. Remember that Billy Ocean song, Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car? I don't know what on earth that has to do with this card, except it came to mind. Get out of my dreams, get into my chariot. Imagine that there's some, like, there's all this money, and then there's this young man coming to cart you away. I don't know. But movement and money, things are going to move. Things will be abundant for you. By the way, there's all kinds of cards in these decks that maybe you don't want for 2025. So I'm super stoked that it's all signs ahead look very good and very clear for us. You're welcome for the Billy Ocean reference. Won't be able to get that out of your head tonight. I love it. Yeah, Pam says movement with forward motion, or money with forward motion. You want a Greek man in a toga and a chariot? You know what? I'll hold the space with you. I can't make any promises, but cheers. Okay. These are the 4 ace cards in the French deck. And so I'm just going to pull one more ace for all of us, and then I'll close our circle and get you ready for our after party tonight. So which of the aces is for the collective tonight? Got Ace of Swords. Oh, I love knowing what you pulled, by the way. Dream M said I pulled the World. World card is good too. Big open doors, possibilities. Nothing's off the table. Ace of Swords is all the clarity all the time. Lorraine says I pulled the Empress as my archetype. Beautiful archetype, by the way. So if anybody wants interpretations, I'm here for it. Lovers, you have choices, especially choices between partners, but also choices in how you experience love. Ace of Swords is, again, all the truth all the time. You're going to see it for what it is. It's a gift of discernment in the spiritual world. The moon is about seeing things as they are and not as you want them to be. So that's a great one for Christina Roth. Justice is about cycles coming full circle and things working in your favor for the highest good. So I love that for you too. Oh, Circe pulled the Hermit. Yeah. So again, the Hermit is, a lot of people go, oh, Hermit, like I'm hermiting. I'm going to not do anything this year. It's not, but you're going to have to go first. You're going to have to pave a path that nobody paved for you. But I'll tell you something, as someone who's done nothing but pave a barking path for myself that nobody paved for me. It's a better life. If other people know exactly how to tell you what to do and what you should do and where you should go and all those things, that's not an authentic sovereign life. It's much better to carve your own path. The Sun is, I call it the blue sky card. Lots of good new energy coming your way. Remember, the Sun heals wounds. The Sun grows the flowers and the fruit. So it's all about expansion, the Sun card. The Strength card is the woman holding the lion's face, right? So it's my card is a Leo. It's one of my favorite cards because of that. Let me see if I can show you the, by the way, the l'amoureux, the lovers in French, look how they're like, there's 3 people in that party. You're an adult. You know what it means. And there's Cupid. So, you know, two's a party, three's a crowd, three's a party, four's a crowd. I don't know. I don't make the rules. And then, ooh, Underworld's interesting. I don't have that in my, I want to talk about how the Fool in the French deck, though, you can see his butt cheeks. Oh, look at that. Because the cat is pulling his pants off. And he's like, what? I just want to say that's how this card is how I have felt for most of 2024. I don't make the rules, but I am here to entertain you. And then I was trying to show you, anybody pull the Devil card? Here's a L'Ermite in the French deck. Again, Pathfinder, Wayseer. You're not going to be able to unsee that. I should have given you an option whether you wanted to see that or not. By the way, the Devil card in the French deck has the Solway and Coagula words from Alchemy. Does that look familiar? Pretty cool. The Fool means you're on a new path. Anybody pull the Death card? Doesn't mean death. The Magician in the French deck is the Bateleur. So again, there we are with all of the tools. The infinity sign woven into his hat, which I think is interesting. The Death card, just Jessica's like, get down on it. Come on in, get down on it. Anyway, so we did a good job tonight. I'm going to leave you with that Fool card, though. Do you see it? Okay. All right. Well, we all saw it. Okay. Okay. The Judgment. So the Judgment card means things that should have ended, in your opinion, a long time ago are coming to a conclusion. And so it's important for you. The Judgment card leaves the outcome open. So some people see it as like judgment on you. It's really not. It's the universe saying you have completed this challenge. It's time for you now to up level to the next part of your game. Well, the High Priestess is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck, not even just the major arcana, because the High Priestess, if you notice her card, she sits between everything, truth and falsehood, light and darkness, right? Yes and no. She sits in between. She doesn't have to make judgments. That's another card. She's the one who holds the space of what is in between, like what's the liminal space. So I love her so much. Yeah. Yeah, High Priestess is a great one for knowing that this year is going to call upon you to sit in your higher knowing, to work with your higher self. Yeah, it's the both and, as Joe Simpson says. It's very true. So let's give thanks for all this wisdom. And we'll keep going in the after party starting in 15 minutes, actually. We're going to continue these readings and go a little bit deeper. So if you are in our Wax and Wane program, we will see you there. If not, you can go to magicalentrepreneur.com and join us. Even if you join now, you'll be there tonight. So seriously, we'll put the link up for you. I don't know, Stephanie. I'm not affiliated with Sage Goddess anymore, sadly. So I don't know how they do like my old classes and stuff. None of that belongs to me. So you always could write to those folks and wish them a happy new year and see what they tell you. I think it was a different Jennifer, but you know what, Jennifer, if you feel connected to it, it's for you too. Right? Not a lot of Jennifer ends in my world. So thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world for your stabilization of our energy field, for your connection that binds us together across space and time, for helping us see the higher purpose in all of it. We release you with gratitude. Thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the north for your patience and perseverance, protection. Thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the west. Thank you for abundance, healing, renewal. And then thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the south for strength, courage, conviction, passion. Feel into that for this year. What do you want? What do you really want? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. I went from Billy Ocean to the Spice Girls. It's very not Capricorn of me, so you're welcome. Athena Mack is an incredible teacher. So if someone was going to take my place, bless her path for doing it. And then thinking and releasing with no 80s song credit, the guides and the guardians of the East. Thank you for new beginnings, new cycles. Thank you for helping us release everything from the year behind us that doesn't need to come with us into 2025. What are you letting go of? I'm letting go of bullshit, sadness, grief, stress. Cats who tear your pants off. And thank you for guiding us toward a new portal, a new doorway, a new set of possibilities, and new dreams come true. And together, for the last time in 2024, we say, Amen. Say it with me. Come on in that feed. Yahoo. Last time, make it big. Let them hear you up there. And so it is. We went out with a bang, y'all. Proud of you. You did it. You did it. And a lot of you did it in the face of a whole bunch of obstacles and challenges. And, you did it anyway. So courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing it anyway. And I'm very proud of you. And thank you. I did it too. We all did it. Cheers. And this year is better because you were here. I can't thank you enough for your presence and your support as I figured out like who I am and what I'm doing. And I was really glad to feel that my spirit guide still wanted me to do this work, because I really listened for a minute and I was willing to hear no, like maybe they want me to do something else. They kind of wanted me to keep doing this right now. So to a new dream. Yeah. And there's a card in my, can you give me 1 minute to find this card? Because I think you'll really appreciate it. Let me see if I can find it. I do readings on Cameo, and you can always book one if you want. There's a card. It doesn't come up all the time, but it comes up sometimes. And I really love this card so much. And I so feel called to read it to you. So let me just find it for you. Watch, it'll be the last one in my deck. Here it is. You ready? I want to read this card to you. It's the change card. Read it with me. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. Louder for the people in the back. Just show me the first step and then change me into one who can take it. Who cares if you know what to do if you're not strong enough to do it? So with love, I leave you there. Happy birthday to you, Chrisanne, and Happy New Year. Pull cards for yourself for the new year. Do it tonight. It's just the right time to do it. No eclipse activity. All the major and minor planets are direct, for the most part. And cheers. So yeah, if you want my rosary and the candle and the salts and everything from tonight, all brand new goodies on athenaslair.com. I also have an Etsy shop if that's just more comfortable for you. That's etsy.com/shop/shop Athena's Lair. Basically, if you Google me and the lair, you're going to find all kinds of fun things, but there's all kinds of beautiful new treasures, including all the goodies I showed you tonight. And cheers. I'll see you in the after party, which is my online class now. We kind of keep the conversation going, and you're welcome to join us. If this is it for us this evening, I wanted to say thank you to you for this entire year, your love and your support. And I will look forward to our next moon ceremony, which is the full moon on January 13th. And I will be live with you, and it will be free and fun as always. And I'll see you soon. Happy New Year, everybody.